Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this rib knit beanie. This beanie is going to be made with a repeat row of back loop slip stitches, and it's just a basic repeat of the same round over and over again. You can make it as long or as short as you want. This one I made a little longer so I can fold it at the bottom so it has this really cute shape. But you don't need to do that. You can make it however long or short you prefer. The materials that you're going to be needing are yarn of your choice. This one I made with category 4 yarn and a hook of your choice. This one I used a 5.5mm crochet hook. You're also going to be needing some scissors and also a sewing needle. If you don't have a sewing needle, you can always use your hook, but for this tutorial, I'm going to be using a sewing needle to sew in the top. But I think that's all we're going to be needing. Let's go ahead and begin. To start off our beanie, we're going to start with a slip knot. And then we are going to grab our hook and we're going to make a chain. The chain length is going to be the height of our beanie. So if you're making your beanie with a little fold up at the bottom, make sure to account for that as well. So go ahead and make your chain length and I will go ahead and meet you once I have mine. Once we have our chain length, we're going to go ahead and start with row number 1. So we're going to skip the very last chain that we made and we're going to start working in the second one by making a slip stitch. To do a slip stitch, you're just going to insert your hook into the chain space, grab yarn, pull through, and the same yarn that you've pulled through, you're just going to take that exact same piece and pull it through the other way. Let me go ahead and show that one more time. I've zoomed in just a little. So again, to make your slip stitch, you're going to insert your hook into the very next chain space, like so. Then I'm going to grab my yarn. I'm going to pull that yarn through, up through the chain space, leaving us with 2 loops on our hook. We're not going to yarn over. Instead, we're going to take the yarn that is closest to the curve of our hook, and we're going to bring that through the one in the back. So we're just doing a slip stitch. We're going to make a slip stitch in each stitch until we get to the very end. Feel free to pause the video and I will go ahead and meet you once I'm done. Okay, I'm at my very last slip stitch, doing the exact same thing. And then to finish off round number 1, we're going to do a chain and then we're going to turn our work around. And now for row number 2, we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to only work into the back loops of our slip stitches. So we chained 1, we're going to skip that stitch, or we're going to skip that chain and we're going to find our very first stitch. So skip the chain that we made at the end, we're going to only be working into the stitches. And we're going to go ahead and insert our hook into the back loop only of our slip stitch, and we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay. And again, we're only doing slip stitches into the back loop only. So we've just done 1, find your next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop only, and then do a slip stitch as usual. Into the back loop only, and then do a slip stitch. Now you're going to go ahead and continue doing back loop slip stitches all the way until you get to the very end of this row. Feel free to pause the video and I will go ahead and meet you once I'm done. Okay, I am on my last 2 half double crochet, or excuse me, my last 2 slip stitches. And I'm going to go ahead and finish off with just a back loop slip stitch, and we're going to finish with a chain 1. And then we're going to turn our work around and we're going to do row number 3, which is going to be exactly like row number 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip the chain that we made, and into the very first stitch, we're going to do a back loop slip stitch. So we're just going to do continuous back loop slip stitches for row number 3. And that is going to be our repeat pattern for basically the rest of the beanie. I will show you a couple more rounds, but this is going to be the repeat for the rest of the rows. So just continue doing your back loop slip stitches and feel free to pause the video and I will meet you once I'm done. Okay, I'm here at the end, my very last slip stitch of row number 3, and we're going to finish the row off with a chain 1 and you're going to turn your work around as we've done. So for row number 4, again, it's going to be the exact same as the last 2 stitches. or the last 2 rows in where we skip the chain that we made, and into the very first back loop stitch we're going to do a slip stitch. And you're just going to be doing slip stitches into the back loop only for the rest of the row. So continue doing your back loop slip stitches. Feel free to pause the video and I will go ahead and meet you once I'm done. And then when I get back, I'll go ahead and verbally show you what to do for the rest of the rows for this beanie. Okay, I am at my last back loop slip stitch of the round. And then I'm going to finish off with a chain 1. Then I'm going to loosen up my yarn to show you verbally on what to do for the next, the rest of the rounds. So far we have done our back loop slip stitches, and if you stretch your work a little, you can see that it's a very stretchy set of rows. That is how it's supposed to be. It's a very stretchy rib knit type of stitch. And what we're basically going to be doing for the rest of the rows is at the end of every row, we're going to finish off with a chain 1. Then we're going to turn our work around, and then we're going to do back loop slip stitches all the way until we get to the other side of our beanie. And then we're going to finish off with a chain 1, turn your work around, do back loop slip stitches all the way until you get to the other side. Chain 1, turn your work around, back loop slip stitches, chain 1, and then repeat that over and over again until you get the desired length of your beanie. So the length that we're making right now is going to wrap around your head, so make sure to make the length big enough to do so. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause over here. I will come back with the rest of my length completed, and then after that I'll show you how to sew off and finish your beanie. Okay, feel free to pause the video and I will meet you once I'm done. Okay, I'm back with the length of my beanie, and like I said, it is very, very stretchy, so keep that in mind for when you are making your length. I did about 68 to 70 rows in total, and now we're going to go ahead and work on sewing in both of these sides together. And then after that's done, we're going to go ahead and cinch up the very top, and then we're going to have our finished beanie. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin on our stitching the sides. To start off, the last row that you did, make sure that you finish off with a chain 1. And then what you want to do is you want to fold your work in half, like so. And what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and stitch both sides together like this with our hook. I've just zoomed in. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to skip the chain that we've made, and we're going to insert our hook into the back loop of the very first stitch of the row. So exactly how we began every single row in the beginning, we're going to insert our hook into the back loop of the very first stitch, like so. Then we are going to go ahead and pick up the back part of our work, so the opposite end, find the very first stitch of that round, and we're going to insert our hook into the back loop of that stitch as well. So this is on the opposite side. We're going to insert our hook into the back loop only, like so. Then we are going to take our working yarn and we're going to do a slip stitch. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to pull our hook through both of those back loop stitches that we just pushed into. And then we're going to take that same yarn and we're going to pull through the last strand of yarn as well. So we're doing a slip stitch as we would, except we're slip stitching both back loops together instead of just stitching into one. So I'm going to show you a couple more times. Find the next stitch of the row in front of you and put your hook through the back loop only of that stitch. And then on the opposite end of our beanie, we're going to insert our hook to the back loop of the next stitch as well. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to slip stitch. Okay, again, find the back loop of the stitch on the part in front of you and then the back loop of the stitch behind it, and then do a slip stitch. Okay, we're basically pushing our hook through the back loop of the stitch in front, the back loop of the stitch behind it, and then finishing off with a slip stitch. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these slip stitches off camera. Feel free to pause the video and I will go ahead and meet you once I have both ends sewn together. Okay, I'm on my last two stitches, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish off exactly the same way that we've been doing. And after my last slip stitch is over, I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to snip off my yarn. And I'm going to pull that yarn through. Make sure you chain one before you do that. And there we have our beanie stitched up on the sides. This is how it should look so far. Yours might be a little shorter or a little wider, totally fine. Everybody's going to have a different size, but this is about the same as it should look stitch-wise. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to cinching the top and finishing off our beanie. But before we do that, let's go ahead and weave in our ends just so they're out of the way, and so cinching becomes easier because then we don't have any strands of yarn in our way when we do that. So I'm going to go ahead and weave these in off camera, and I would suggest that you do the same. You can do them at the end if you would want to, but I just find it easier to work the yarn ends in first before moving on. Once we have our ends sewn in, let's go ahead and move on to the cinching part of our beanie. So you can figure out whichever side you want the top of your beanie to be and whichever side you want the bottom. It doesn't matter, both sides look the same. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this side for reference. And what we're going to do is I have a darning needle and I attached a strand of yarn to it. It's about 2 feet long that I've cut up, and I've attached one end to my needle. And what I'm going to do is through one of the loops at the very top of our beanie, I'm going to just insert my needle through there, like so. I'm going to pull it through, and then I'm going to leave about maybe a couple inches of my yarn just off to the side that I'm not going to touch right now. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to go back and forth through a handful of these stitches all the way around. You don't have to go through each loop of every single round because that'll be a little too many. You can go through like every 3 or 4 rounds. It doesn't need to be precise. So I've put my yarn through this loop right here. I'm just going to eyeball it and maybe put it through this loop over here, about an inch or so away. And I'm just going to do that over and over again. I'm going to basically make a drawstring effect type of thing where we go back and forth, because at the end we're going to cinch it all together. So I'm just going to go back and forth through these stitches, and I'm going to go ahead and meet you once I get back to the beginning. Okay, I am back to the beginning. I went back and forth all the way until I get to basically where I started off. And then all we're going to do now is we are not going to snip off the yarn that's attached to our needle just yet. We're still going to need it. What we're going to do is we're going to hold on to both of these strands of yarn, the one from the beginning and the one that we just pulled through right now. We're going to hold them, and we're going to basically cinch the top up. So we're going to hold on and pull on both of these strands of yarn, like so. And when we pull on them, the top part cinches in. And you're going to notice that you're not going to be able to cinch it in all the way. That is completely fine. That's exactly why we're not going to remove our needle just yet. So what you want to do is you're just going to pull as tightly as you possibly can. And once you think that you have tightened it up enough, you're going to take both sides of the yarn, the one that you pulled in the beginning and the new one that you pulled in that's attached to your darning needle, and we're just going to tie both of them together into a knot. So I'm just going to tie them twice. There's no special knot or anything. You're just going to tie them in place, making sure that they don't come undone. You can do it 2 or 3 times, or more for peace of mind. It's up to you. And then once that's done, like I said, you're going to notice that there is still probably a hole that you can probably stick your finger through. Totally fine. We're going to go ahead and grab the side that is attached to our needle, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the needle and we are going to bring it through the side of this curve. where we cinched everything in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where my yarn is attached. So the yarn that's attached to my needle is right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go through a couple of strands of yarn from the top nearby and bring it through the side of this curve. So I basically brought it from here up to the side of this curve. Doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to flip this inside out anyway, but we're going to bring it off to the side. And then what we're going to do is my yarn is attached over here. I'm going to bring my needle and push it through a couple of stitches in the opposite direction, like so. I'm going to pull. And then I'm going to do that again. I'm going to bring my needle through the opposite side. And then I'm going to pull. And then bring my needle in through the opposite side. Pull. We're basically just going in back and forth through the stitches over the hole so the hole is not visible. This does not need to be perfect because obviously you can't really see which stitches you're going into. It's not like there's a designated stitch where our needles are going to go into, so you just really need to eyeball it. We're going to go through a handful of stitches, pull them tight, make sure that the hole is closed, sticking my finger through. I don't see any holes anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish off by knotting off my yarn. To do that, I'm just going to figure out where my yarn is attached. It's right around here. I'm going to bring my needle through a couple of stitches nearby and pull, but I'm not going to pull all the way. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and bring my yarn through that loop that I didn't pull all the way, and then I'm going to pull. And that should tighten off and fasten our yarn. I'm going to do that a couple of times. I'm going to go through some stitches nearby, pull through, but I'm not going to pull through all the way. Then I'm going to bring my needle through the loop that I didn't pull through all the way, and then pull to knot it in place. And then to be extra secure in our fastening, I am going to just bring my needle through a couple of stitches going down the ribbed row, like so. I'm going to do it one more time. And then when you feel like your yarn is fastened off enough, all you need to do is snip off your excess yarn and there you have your beanie. I'm going to go ahead and tuck this other strand of yarn in as well, and then I will meet you once I'm done with that. Once your strands of yarn are tucked in, you're going to officially have your beanie. So now all that's left to do is flip it inside out. We sewed it on one end, and then we cinched it at the top, and now we're going to flip our work inside out so the sewing bits are inside. And there you have your rib knit beanie. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for any videos that you would like to see in the future, please let me know those. I'm going to do my best to make them as soon as I can. Also, if you have any suggestions on ways that I can improve my teaching technique, please let me know that as well, because I do want to make sure that my videos are something that everybody can follow. So if you have any suggestions on improvement or on different types of videos that you want to see, like if you would prefer advanced tutorials or more beginner tutorials, let me know those as well. I do take comments into consideration, and I want to make sure that my videos are helpful for everybody. So anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you found it helpful, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye!